Does your computer have Bluetooth built in? I'm Huey Poplock. Today we're going to talk about how to check if your desktop or laptop running Windows, Mac OS, Linux, or Chrome OS has Bluetooth support. Whether you have a desktop or a laptop, you might wonder if your computer has Bluetooth support. Perhaps you want to take advantage of Bluetooth connections but don't want to buy an adapter if your computer already has it built in. I'm going to show you how to find out if your Windows PC, Mac, or Chromebook has Bluetooth built in and what you can do if it doesn't. How to check for built-in Bluetooth on Windows 10. On Windows, you can check a few different places to see if your machine has Bluetooth. The easiest one is in the Settings menu, which you can access using the Win key plus the I key, or by clicking the gear icon on the Start menu. We'll start with the gear menu. Once it's open, go to Devices. Once you do that, you want to go to Bluetooth and Other Devices. If you see the Bluetooth slider in this menu, your Windows PC is Bluetooth equipped. There's another place you can check for Bluetooth availability in Windows 10. That's the Device Manager. To access it, you can right-click the Start button, which we're going to do in a second, or you can hit the Win key plus X. We're going to right-click on the Start button. We're going to come up to Device Manager and click on it. As soon as we do that, if you'll see Bluetooth here in the list of devices under your computer name, you'll see a Bluetooth entry if your laptop or desktop has Bluetooth. If you don't see this, then your computer doesn't have Bluetooth built in. And you'll see that there are a lot of entries there. How to check for built-in Bluetooth on a Mac. The majority of modern Mac models, both iMacs and MacBooks, have Bluetooth built in. So as long as you're using a current machine, there's a good chance you have Bluetooth. It's easy to confirm this, though. If you see the Bluetooth icon in your Mac's menu bar at the top of your screen, then your Mac is equipped with Bluetooth. In case you don't see this, click the Apple menu in the top left, choose System Preferences, and look for the Bluetooth entry in this menu. If you open the Bluetooth menu and see options for turning on Bluetooth and connecting devices, your Mac has Bluetooth built in. How to check for built-in Bluetooth on Linux. If you're on Linux, open a terminal and run the following command to check for Bluetooth. And it's there on the screen. If this returns some information about hardware, then your computer most likely has Bluetooth. Otherwise, you probably don't have Bluetooth built in. It's a bit more difficult to tell on Linux since the kernel doesn't support some forms of Bluetooth. Try running a search for Bluetooth on your system if you're still not sure. How to check for Bluetooth on a Chromebook. Let's watch this short clip. Go down to the right corner and click. And if you see the Bluetooth logo there, then your system has Bluetooth. Let's see that a little bit larger. Notice the Bluetooth. And then when you click it, it will scan for devices. It takes a few minutes to search. And in this case, it found my headset, which is labeled Y-12. Versions of Bluetooth. Here is a list of the versions. And this is a bit too techy for me, but I wanted to show you this chart, which is Bluetooth 5.0, 5.1, and 5.2 that are all available and the differences. Now, which version of Bluetooth is on my device or on your device? To see which Bluetooth version is on your PC, we'll have to go to the Device Manager. We went to it earlier, but we're going to go to it to a different way by typing in device. And as soon as we get to the word device, it picks it up. We click it and we open up the Device Manager. We showed you this earlier. Click the arrow next to Bluetooth to expand it. And then we want to select the Bluetooth radio listing. Yours might simply be listed as a wireless device. On mine, it says Intel Wireless Bluetooth. I'm going to right mouse click it and click on Properties. When I do, I want to go to the Advanced, and I'm going to look at the firmware version, which is LMP 10.256. The LMP, or Link Manager Protocol listing in the firmware or firmware version area, tells us that the LMP version that we have on our device. And then we have to find our version number in the table to map the LMP version to its Bluetooth core specification number. That's the highest core specifications your device fully supports. Let's take a look at what that means. On my computer, the LMP was 10. So if we look on our chart, we'll see LMP 10 is the Bluetooth core specification 5.1. On your Chromebook, you can check the Bluetooth version by doing this. And there's a series of instructions, and you'll get a screen similar to what we have. Let's take a look at what that means. You open up the Crush, the Chrome OS developer shell. You type in BT_console, and then you type in version. And in this case, it came back at version 5.54. To get out of this, you just type in the word exit. It gets you out of this, and then you close the window. Now, on my Apple iPad Air, this is what I found. And in that case, I am using Bluetooth 4.0. And to get to it, I went into my settings. When I went into my settings, I found the model number, and then I had to go to a website to be able to get that information. I was able to find the model number, and then I searched for the model number. For my iPhone, I typed in iPhone and then the model number and a Bluetooth version, and it brought back the results that I found. And this is running Bluetooth 5.0, and I have an iPhone 8. And this is my iPhone 8 information that has my model number. So here are the features and characteristics of Bluetooth. You can have a lot of different Bluetooth devices. Now, on your computer, on your PC, after checking the above steps, you might have found your computer doesn't have Bluetooth built in. If this is the case, the easiest way to add Bluetooth to your computer is by purchasing a dongle. These adapters are cheap and plug into a USB port to provide Bluetooth support. In most cases, you don't have to configure them. You just plug them in, and you can use Bluetooth easily. You can use a Bluetooth speaker. There are some great Bluetooth speakers out there. So, this has been Do You Have Bluetooth? I'm Huey Poplock. Thanks for joining us.